Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video, and it's the beginning of the month, so it's going to be smalls time. This time on the Magic Roundabout we've got a small Matchbox original wheels number 7. It's down as a Refuge truck, or we call it a dustbin lorry or a bin lorry, whichever. It's a Ford. So as you watch this go round, I'd just like to welcome any new friends to the channel. Welcome aboard, and welcome back all the old guard, all the old friends and supporters of the channel. Thanks very much for carrying on supporting me. Okay, that being said, let's get it off the Magic, get it on a bench and have a good look at it. Okay, we're off the Magic on the bench, so have a look then. First off, we've got to get the name right. Matchbox series number 7, Refuge truck, made in England by Lesney. 3 small posts there. You got your regular wheels. Looks like there's plenty of room to get that off the back of there and there. There's a pin in the back holding the back on. Try and find the best one. That's a big one. That's a smaller, so we can get them off. It's all working. Holding the back for your rubbish. Got some details on the lights we can do. This was painted silver. I think I might just see what it polishes up like, actually. We'll see. With all this to and fro in, it's going to be like that, isn't it? That plastic looks in fairly good condition. It just wants a bit of a clean up. I don't think I'm going to paint it, even though these are a bit faded on here. That adds to the character, I think. If I paint it, it's not going to look right, I don't think. So we'll clean it up best we can. Might run some really fine buffing paper over there just to give it that. Wheels are filthy. Glass is filthy. I think it's tinted glass by the look of it, tinted green. There's a Ford on the front. It's got a little bit of a number plate there. Stamped in, couple of headlights. And those square things, I'm not sure what they are. We've got a battery here, some sort of compressor. And the fuel tank that side. Okay. So, let's get some bits and pieces. Get this apart. I think we'll get the top off first before we do anything else. So I'll get a drill out. I've drilled those two. Let's drill this last one. Right, see what we've got, shall we? Will be the best way to lever that. I think it'll be from maybe there. We'll have a look. A bit tight there. Try in there. She's a bit tight. There's a tongue on there. There's a tongue there. It's got to come from the back then, isn't it, really? Try getting in there. It's a bit, I suppose I could take the axles off and might be a bit easy, wouldn't it? And I'll get in that back wheel. I'll need to get it, lift the back up, because there's a tongue on the front. So, it's going to get them off there, haven't I, really? Yeah, what am I going to do here? Right, let me change my tool in my thing. Oh, when I'm going to do it with a file. Sorry. We'll do it with a file. See if we can do it with a file. Hey. Flat-sided file. There we go. Right. Let's see if we can get it out now. This screw's a bit tough. Maybe a bit more drilling required then. I thought that might have been enough, but obviously not. Let's see. Come on. Am I doing something wrong here or not? Why is that not lifting up there? Okay. Let's get this off then. We're having a bit of a problem getting this off. We are. Well, it's like we said before, everything's got a change. I've never done one of these before, on the Matchbox anyway. So, those of you who do Matchbox regular, you're probably thinking, oh, I ain't done that right. You would have thought that would have lifted up there, from there, wouldn't you? There's nothing really holding it in. Not that I know of, but we'll soon find when we get it open. I'm going to go and get hold of that, am I? Well, let me just file a bit more of this off and I'll come back to you. Well, blimey, that was a bit of a mission. Got the pin out. I filed some of it off and I hit it with the centre punch. Knocked it through, pulled it out with pliers. So then I thought, okay, we'll pull that back and we twist it round like so, and it comes out. So you got that bit there, so you got your wheels, you got that. And I still couldn't get a screwdriver in anywhere around here because it was so tight in there. So I had the brainwave and I got my screwdriver and I shoved it right in the back there, leaved it a couple of times and it eased off. And that's it, it got me out. So it comes out and that's what we got. Got a suspension there, which is okay still. Good nick. And there we have it. Got to sort that windscreen out there. We'll drill that out maybe. I don't know if this drill's big enough. Might not be. Don't want to go through it, do I? I'll have to do a bit more work on that yet. Yeah, slightly bigger drill bit, I think. Get out. Soldering iron, you see, this is a situation where the soldering iron could cause you a problem. Because it's so confined in there. The heat from the surrounding area could twist that. We don't want that, do we? I'll get my little palette knife underneath there. Yeah, I think it's gonna want a bit more. I'll change my drill bit for that. Yeah, I'll do that in a second. Change my drill bit, slightly bit bigger. So there you have it. That's that. I'll grind off this back wheel in a minute. There, I'll grind that off there. Get that off. This. Does it actually even come apart? Can't see anything on the inside. Well, there's a couple of little pinholes somewhere. Don't know. Please release me, let me go. Bit cowboyish, but you might be able to do it. Oh yeah, there's a hole there, look. Just there. It's going to be a bit toughie, isn't it? There you go. That's got it. That's going to be fun putting it back together again, isn't it? See if we can get it out. I bet should have gone the other way, really, shouldn't I? Tell you, it's all fun and games here, boys. It might be the right way, it might be the wrong way, but it's done. Anyway, good job I'm not going to paint that, isn't it? Because that'll be a bit of a bummer to get that back in there. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that'll be right because it slides. Those two little nipples sticking out of there, slide them along there, can't I? Yeah. Get it at the right angle, something like that. And they will slide. hopefully in there. There again, you've got this bit to get over there, which would make that awkward, wouldn't it? And we'll figure that out in a bit. Yeah, slide that in there. Anyway, that's it. So we're going to polish that up. Going to clean that up. Get the other axle off there. That suspension's all right. Just going to get a bigger drill bit just to drill. It's nearly there, as you can see. But I don't want to force it and crack the window. But it is nearly there. Well, blimey, apologies, people. I've got a bit of carried away here. Okay, last time we saw this was disassembled. I did delete. I deleted by mistake the footage of me while brushing this down. It went in the caustic soda in the jar, as per usual. And I did film me while brushing it down and just cleaning it up, getting it ready for paint. But I went through deleting some old videos that I had to make more room, and I mistakenly deleted that little bit. It was only about 3 minutes, so apologies for that. So anyway, here we are. We're painted in a Phoenix orange, which is like an orangey red. I've cleaned the glass and put that back in because I needed it to glue before I carried on. I didn't want it to drop down after I'd assembled it. That's always a dangerous thing. Yeah, so we've done that on there and just started doing the details. I put a black wash in that little bit there, and I've just used a silver pen on that little fuel tank there. Front, I went with the white instead of leaving it bare metal. And what I've done here, I don't know if you can see that, I'll go up a bit close. I scraped off the Ford on the front, and that's tiny, really tiny. So I managed to scrape that off. I'm just going to got to paint the headlights there, and a little side light which is at the back there, and there. These white blanking pieces, it's a donate. There's a panel goes in there which has got like a vent in it. That's where that slot is. So this is supposed to be donate the flat side before you got to the grill. Oh, sorry about that. Got the wheels back on. These peonies over. Seen me do it loads of times before. These tyres went in the Auto Glim tyre restorer. You know, you paint it on the tyres in your real car and they go shiny. So that wasn't really difficult. This is the back part. I painted ordinary bog standard pound shop silver on there. Now the box is a bit tricky because it had got a few gouges around it, so I spent a good bit of time with a rough sander, sanded it all best I could, and gone over and buffed it up best I could. So there you go, that's where we are. And I put it back in because these are tricky to get back in. You've got to line them up with the pinholes and get them just right. There's two. Let me just, it's hard to get them in and out. I don't want to do any more because I'd damage it. But there's two little pinholes in there, little pins sticking out. And you line up the slots, and then I think it's about that angle, and then you push it down and it clicks in. Easier to go in than it is to come out, trust me. So, detail painting time. Going to do the lights at the back there. That's all on that bit. I'm going to put, this is the battery, so I'm going to paint that there black, and I'll paint that, whatever that is, black. Some sort of compressor, I would say. I've took some of the paint off the inside of there for enable this to slide, because when I originally tried it, it were a bit tight. So that's that. Window cleaned up okay, nice. What else? So that's it. So we're going to get some detail painting done now. So that, I'm not going to bother putting any silver on there because it's already silver. So that wants a little drab in it. Yeah, so it's going to look quite nice. You stick that on there. Yeah, look alright, that, wouldn't it? Yeah. I might get a drop of white actually and put a drop of white on there. I've got some skull white. I'll just drop a bit of white on there. Yeah, so I'll get the paints out and we'll crack it on. Alright, let's go. Let's get the magnifiers on. As we go. Right. Let's see. Let's do. I've got the black ready, so we'll do this battery first, I think. That's the first thing I've got here. This is all cockeyed, isn't it? Don't like that. It's cockeyed. Got a drop of black. There. Oh, my brush is splitting. Like that. Well, autumn's on its way. There's a few leaves falling off the trees now. So that's a job to be done in the coming months or so. Get that lot cleaned off the garden. Try and get in behind here. So. Right, we're there. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, that's when you're doing stuff on your phone like I am, I've got a big SIM card, so to say, but ever so often I'll normally delete the video after it's been posted on a Wednesday, but because I'm trying to get in front, I've started 4 vehicles. This is the first one. I've got them in various different stages, and they're all on my phone in short videos, and I had to delete some of the other videos that I got on and WhatsApp pictures that people send me. And I've deleted that little bit. It's not the first time I've done it. So apologies for that. There you go. That's not so bad. Good thing about using the matte paint on this lacquered surface, you can get it off if you make a mistake. With a cocktail stick. Without damaging the surface. I'll have to wet it a little bit first, but it does help. Like that. Yeah, that's alright, isn't it? So that's that bit. These are indicators. Now I've got to do them. They're going to be, it's a bit tricky because they're going to be orange. But I'll sort that out in a minute. I'll do that in a second. So that's that bit. Any more black to be done? You could paint them scrape letters black because a lot of them were black, but to be honest with you, it's too small and it's too fine, to be fair. So we'll get rid of the black now for the time being. I'm going to wash my brush out, so I'll be back in a minute. Just quickly painting the indicator lights on there. Now what I've done here, painting that white tab there, but if you notice the little indicators there and there, I did them with a I cannot pronounce the bloody thing now, the Porcer pen, because I needed it to sort of stand out more than this orange I'm using here. So they're done. Put that over there to dry. I'm just doing this at the minute. Get this indicator. I've done one side there. I'll just do this and then I'll call it a day, and then I'll get it all finished. Yeah. That's the orange. Right, I'm going to do the red, do the headlights, no big deal in them, and then we'll get to the assembly stage. Okay, let's get this together, shall we? I've painted the white tongue on there, you've probably seen that. There's the back lights, front lights. There you go. So, let's get it together. Stick that in there first out of the way. Okay. Just got to get it just to sit right, and then it will slide. slide up. Slide up, I have to get the pin in. I am going to super glue this pin in just on the end. I'll do that right at the end. Just drop a bit of super glue in there just to hold it together. But for now, so we're up that way. Put a suspension plate in, which I've straightened. That goes in there, like so. And this one, like I said before, there's a tongue there. So we should be able to hook that over the tongue somewhere. Get it in right. Yeah. Suspension and forwards. Right, let's get these in. I'll cut down the Allen key. I had to muck it about the last time, so I've cut it down, put it in a pin vise. So we should have no real problems. Yeah? Right, so, excuse the interruption. Screws in. Two. That's a lot easier than trying to mess about turning the key in your fingers, isn't it? Set that one. Right, we're in. And we have liftoff. There we go. Got to sort that, drop the super duper on that pin. And then we're in business. I'll do that and then we'll get it on the Magic. And she's a roller. She's all looking good. Got a bit of hair on that. Okay. This is our little Refuge truck, number 7. Have a look. See what we did to it. See if you like it. Have a look at this. Here we are then. All done and dusted. Our little number 7 Matchbox regular wheels. Dust cart, Refuge wagon, whatever. All repainted. Tarted up a little bit. A few extra details. Backlights. Yep. So yeah, this is a bit. Oh, there's a bit of hair on there. Get rid of that. It's got on the top now. Get off. Yeah. Yeah, these boxes, they get badly scratched and damaged. Indicator lights, headlights, scraped forward, bit of colouring. There you go. Well, I hope you like this one. Look forward to your comments. And there you go. We'll see you again next week with another restoration. So that's beginning of the month's Matchbox, or smalls. It's not always going to be a Matchbox. It might be a smaller, might be a Husky, might be a Corgi Junior, could be a Tough Tot. You know, you never know. Well, whatever you're doing, be happy. Hopefully you'll be lucky. And I will see you all again next week with a new restoration. So that's from me and Stanley and the boys and Ron. We'll see you later. Bye for now.